Good evening, everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome. This is day 12 Sumo Summary Show, and obviously some big events today. Spoilers ahead, but if you don't know already, we had some big losses, I guess, today, and maybe some big wins if you're fans of the other people. And we'll go down that and look at what's happening tomorrow, Friday, day 13, as we get closer and closer to the end of the tournament. All right, let's jump right in. Share my screen here. Okay, we'll get back to that in a minute. First of all, any absences today? Well, Tsurugisho decided that he's going to return tomorrow, so he has to announce it a day ahead of time so they can put him on the Torikumi for the day, the matchups. So he obviously maybe just had something minor that was bothering him. He needed to sit out a few days, and we'll see where he's at. And that's it. Nobody in the top division. All right. Speaking of Jurio, let's start down there. So basically, the person they're bringing up from the third tier division, they won't need to do that anymore after he comes back tomorrow. But today, Chiyomaru came up from Makushita and got a win. He's now 5-2. That's his final match of the Basho. And that is enough, of course, at Makushita 3. That'll probably get him promoted back up to the Jurio division. But of course, I'm not sure how the guys at MS1, MS2 are doing. We'll have to look, but usually that's going to be good enough. He beat Oshomi. Aoyama got a win, but of course already has the 8 losses, so we'll just have to keep an eye on him. Like I said, if he can go 7-8, if he can win Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then he'll stay in Jurio, so that might be good enough. Asakoru got his Kachikoshi to go to 8-4 over Dai Seizan. Let's see what else. The two guys who had 3 losses both lost today to go to 8-4. So that'll affect when we look at the leaderboard later. And then we get to the end of the day. Hakuoho is 5-7. He lost to Tamashoho. Toki Hayate got a win to get his Kachikoshi at Jurio 2. That should be good enough to probably get him promoted up to the top division. And Chiyoshoma and Takeda Fuji was the big match, of course. Final match of the day in the Jurio division. And Takeda Fuji won that match. He's now 11-1 over Chiyoshoma, who's the only Rikishi now with 3 losses. And Takeda Fuji has a 2-win buffer going into the final 3 days. So looking more and more likely that he is going to win the Yusho down there. And just depends if he can do it. Like I said, 14-1, maybe enough. 13-2, it's a little harder to predict. So we'll just have to see how it goes. And we'll look ahead. Well, let's do it now. Day 13. Let's see who they're fighting. All right. Let's see. Kind of. So Tsurugisho's back. He's fighting Kaio, and he has 5 wins at Jurio 7. So, he could get his Kachikoshi, right? If he wins Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he would go basically 8-7, and he'd get his KK. Let's see. Hakuoho has Oshomi, both men 5-7. So this is a matchup where one of them is going to get his losing record tomorrow. The other one will live to fight another day. Shishi has Takeda Fuji tomorrow. So that's a fun match. I'll try to put that up on the channel. Shishi going for his Kachikoshi. Takeda Fuji obviously wants to maintain his winning to seal the Yusho. And Chiyoshoma has Tomokaze, who's doing well at 8-4 against 9-3 Chiyoshoma. Chiyoshoma's pretty much already locked up his promotion at Jurio 1. Anything better than an 8-7, pretty much automatic promotion. And then, it just depends on how many other slots are opened, who else gets to go. All right. Let's go back to day 12 and go back up to the top division now. Jishi came up to fight for the absent Hokuto Fuji, but he lost, so he didn't get his Kachikoshi today. He lost to Takada Fuji, who did get his Kachikoshi at Maegashira 15, so that's good news for him. Nishiki Fuji evens out at 6-6 at M17. He really needs 2 more wins out of the final 3 days. Beat Sadanoumi. Tamawashi beat the rookie Onokatsu, so he's now 6-6. That's a Make Koshi for Onokatsu. Shirokuma is now 4-8. That's a Make Koshi for him. He lost to Roga, who's now 7-5. Meisei beat Kageyaki. Whew, Kageyaki 1-11. Ouch. Oshoma still 8-4. Oh, okay. So Gonoyama won, but he already had a Maki Koshi. Then kind of a big match for the fans. Two very popular Rikishi, Endo versus Ura. Both men went into that match at 7-4. And Ura was the one that got his Kachikoshi to go to 8-4. Endo will have to wait. He's now 7-5. And Oho got his Kachikoshi, so he's looking at a special prize, would be my guess. He's now 8-4. He beat Atami Fuji. Wakamoto Haru got his Kachikoshi at Maegashira 3 by beating Takanosho. Shodai also KK after beating Tobi Zaru, who now has a losing record. And then we get into the Sanyaku matches. Daisho beat Nishikigi to bump him off the leaderboard. He was 9-2. He's now 9-3. Takayasu maintains his 2-loss by beating Hirada Umi. The Komusubi is now 6-6. Wakataka Kage, probably, I don't know that it's a surprise, but it was certainly an entertaining match, that's for sure. He beats Onosato to go to 9-3, and Onosato's first loss of the tournament, so everybody's holding their breath going, okay, he's got his 12 wins, he's an Ozeki now, but no, he's still only got 11 wins. He needs one more. No doubt he'll get it, but they're saying tomorrow he has Kotozakura, that we know, Onosato. Then he's going to have Hoshoru on Saturday. That's pretty much a given. And then Sunday is the day we don't know who he'll face. The projection is probably Takayasu because he's doing so well. And he's already fought Wakataka Kage, etc. He's already fought Kirishima. They could give him Abi, but I don't think they will. So it'd probably be Takayasu. But he's obviously got 2 tough matches tomorrow and Saturday in the 2 Ozeki. So he's gonna have to earn that 12th win and earn his way to the Yusho, really. Except for the fact that he doesn't have to fight a Yokozuna. All right, Kirishima maintains his 2-loss record. So now with Onosato having lost once, Kirishima and Takayasu are just 1 win behind Onosato. If he loses to one of the 2 Ozeki, or both, but it just, let's say he loses to Kotozakura tomorrow or Hoshoru on Saturday, then he'll have 2 losses. So then Kirishima and Takayasu are in the hunt. And I was saying on the videos I was making for Patreon today, what a great fun time it would be on the final few days if Takayasu were all of a sudden in the hunt for the cup. And I mean, he is now, but it always feels so tentative with him. And it would be amazing if we're rooting for him to win on Sunday. So there you go, Kotozakura, another disappointing day for him. Not that Kirishima isn't a worthy opponent, but he's trying to get that Kachikoshi now for a few days. Didn't get it again today. He's now 7-5. He'll get it. He'll get 1 win in the next 3 days, but certainly he's not, people like me who picked him to win the Yusho just picked wrong this time. And Hoshoru ending the day against Abi. Now, go to where you can to watch matches, whether it be on my Patreon page or somewhere else. And man, that is the purest Henka you've ever seen. He just completely jumps out of the way. And I was speculating that maybe he just wanted the white envelopes. You know how many white envelopes there are with money from sponsors for the final match of the day. And he's just like, yeah, I'm not winning anything. I'm going to get demoted from Sekewake past Komusubi. It's a terrible basho. Let me just get a payday. And so he just completely jumped out of the way, and Hoshoru went sailing by, and he got the win to go to 3-9. But for Hoshoru, it's much more difficult, right? Because he knows he has Kotozakura on Sunday, he has Onosato on Saturday, and well, let's just jump ahead and see who he has tomorrow. I can't quite remember. We'll jump all the way down to the bottom here real quick. He has Kirishima tomorrow. So he has 3 tough matches in a row. And he has to get 2 wins out of those remaining 3 matches, Hoshoru, if he wants to get his Kachikoshi. Okay, so let's look, before we look at the day 13, let's look at our leaderboard. So there he is, the Sekewake, still all alone at the top, 11-1 though now. And one more win for Ozeki and, a couple more, and he's pretty much locked up the Yusho. But Kirishima now and Takayasu much more viable as potential Yusho champions themselves. Kirishima, of course, has won before. Takayasu never has. Then down in Juryo, you've got Takeda Fuji all alone. 2 wins behind him is Chiyoshoma. And they've already fought each other. So Chiyoshima just has to hope that, Takeda Fuji gets beaten twice between now and Sunday. And then they've got the four loss guys listed, but they're really not in the hunt, to be honest. I can't see Takeda Fuji losing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 days in a row at this point. But Toki Hayate, Asukoru, Tomokaze Kaio, all having good tournaments, all get Kachikoshi, but yeah, they're not going to win the Yusho. It's going to be between these 2 guys. And then down in Jonidan, they're not listing Enho. So he either lost and went to 5-1, or he just hasn't fought his 6th match yet. Let's find out real quick. He, of course, is in the same stable, Isagahama, as Takeda Fuji. So we can jump down here. And he did. Okay, he lost on day 11. So that's why he's not on that list anymore. He's 5-1. So he has one more match to go, and he'll either go 5-2, which is good enough to go up the Bonzuke, but probably not enough to get promoted, or he can go 6-1. That still might not be enough because he's at Jonidan 31. He'll probably just go to the top of this division, and then any Kachikoshi will get him up into Sandamne the next time. So, but we'll see. Okay. Back to results, and we'll look ahead to the day 13 matchups. All right. Shirokuma against Takada Fuji. Onokatsu, the rookie, has Tamashoho. Kageyaki, man, what's going on, dude? Endo going for his KK against Nishiki Fuji. Wakataki Kage back into sort of the middle of the pack, been befitting his Maegashira 7 ranking, fighting Oshoma. Roga going for Kachikoshi against Gonoyama. Tamawashi needing wins against Meisei. Ichi Yamamoto, same 6-6 record going against Shonana Umi. 8-4 versus 8-4. Oho versus Wakamoto Haru there. But Tommy Fuji's still alive. He doesn't have 8 losses yet, so he needs this win tomorrow against Matakayumi. Ura going against Tobizaru. That's always an entertaining match. Shodai trying to maybe get up to double-digit wins against Takanosho. Nishikigi trying to maybe also get up to double-digit 10 wins against Hirada Umi, who really needs to win more to stay at Komusubi. Daisho has Takayasu. Those guys have fought each other a bunch. Abi versus Koto Shoho. And then the 2 big matches, Sekewake Kirishima against Hoshoru, and Onosato versus Koto Zakura in the final match of the day on day 13. So we'll see if Koto Zakura, their head-to-head can't be much, but we can look it up real quick. So you go to this place called the Sumo DB. And as long as it's working, sometimes it's not the most reliable site, just because, I think sometimes it gets really busy. Okay, so you would click on Onosato, and you would say by opponent, and then you're gonna run down. What did we say? Koto Zakura. So there we go. So couple when he was Koto Nawaka, and couple when he was Koto Zakura. Okay. So they basically fought each other 4 times before tomorrow, and Onosato's only won once, and that was back, excuse me, in May. So they fought in January. on day 10. Kotonowaka won. Kotonowaka won again on when he was an Ozeki on day 12 in March. And he won in July when they fought each other. Okay. So certainly Kotozakura can get the win, right? All right, so that's it for day 13. Those are the big matchups. I'll have fairly full coverage. And in the standings, same basic group of people. A couple people maybe fell out a little bit, but no new names here in the top 7 people that are tied for first place. We got 10 people tied for second, and I'm way down 146 people above me in the 8th place group. So I think Wakataka Kage fought Onosato today, for example, so I could only get 1 point out of that. Hotozakura didn't win today. Onokatsu didn't win today. So, yeah, I don't know if I've even had a day when everybody's won. But, yeah, good luck to all these people as we go into the final 3 days. All right. So I went by the Sumo shop today and ordered a bunch of goods. Towels, keychains, they've already have some calendars out, so I should be able to give some good prizes away. Some people that I mailed prizes to right at the start of the bus show just sent me emails. One guy was in Germany, that they, or they got the package, so I'm glad the mail is working well and they're getting their prizes. So yeah, and I look forward to giving away some random prizes to channel members and Patreon people. So that's all coming up too. Um, when I'm feeling better, I think next week I should have some time to work on that. Okay, yeah, should be regular coverage tomorrow. I'll be home, watching on the couch. So if you're a Patreon member, look for at least 6, 7 videos. And yeah, I definitely shouted at my TV a couple times today, surprised by the results of some of those matches. So it was a fun day of sumo today. Okay, guys, that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Peace.